Hi there, this is AJ with Car Inspected, and today we are in London, Ontario, and we're looking at this 2014 Ford E250 van. It's got 86,000 kilometers on it. Overall, it's in decent condition. It has a few little dings and dents here and there, as per normal for a work vehicle. So first off, this front corner of the door is a little dented. Some kind of hit action or pry action happened there, and it goes from there, and it also is a little bit down here. There are a couple little chips and stuff here and there. This trim is also a little bent. As we go around the front, we see no major issues. The headlights, bumper, grille, all that seems to be in pretty good condition. There is a small right front accident claim on the vehicle with the Carfax. You will see that in the report. I do not see any issues. Whatever happened was light and repaired correctly. I believe possibly a bumper or something like that, because I don't see any signs of major issue with the fender, hood, anything of that nature. It all looks pretty decent. As we come down here, the one thing, the door is rubbing a little bit on this A-pillar right here. So that's a little bit of movement there. May have been a factory issue though, because I do not see I don't see any signs of major damage. I don't see signs of these hinges being moved or anything of that nature. So that does and that pillar may have been some damage, not sure, but it is touching there. Doesn't seem, I don't see any signs of major damage though. As we go down the passenger side, everything looks pretty good. There is another couple of dents in the back here. So a little bit here and a little bit here, so a little rub on something, and also another scratch right here. So we have a couple of things here and there. While we're here, I'm going to go over some rust issues in the doors, mostly on the passenger side. Nothing major, but there is rust starting in this door and these doors as well. So not much in this one, it looks pretty clean. However, this second one, we do have a little bit of a hole starting here, and it is starting to continue down underneath here and along there. So we do have that little bit, a couple of little pieces coming through here. As I said, nothing is a problem as of yet, but they are there. There's a couple of bubbles coming through on this rocker as well, as you can see, and starting in there and back there. You'll see photos of all this as well. While we're here, we'll look in the back, and from this point of view, everything looks pretty good. No major issues, nothing different than what you would expect a work vehicle to have. It does have a floor mat, and underneath, for the most part, looks pretty good with no real issues. Door panels and everything are present here, again with no problems. As we go around back, everything looks to be in good condition. Taillights, etc. all look good with no major issues. Couple of bumps and bruises on the bumper, but overall not bad. A little ding here. Windows are all original, etc. No real issues. Rear doors are in decent condition with no major rust issues underneath. A little bit starting here and there, but nothing too bad. From this end, we got a couple of dents and stuff like that in the wheel wells, which is usual, but no issues. The jack and everything is here, along with the spare tire underneath, and it is missing one of these door panels on this side. And as we go down this side, again, no major issues. A little bit of rust starting in the wheel wells. Nothing too bad yet though. And a couple little dings here and there, but nothing to be unexpected. As far as tires and brakes go, these rims do not allow me to take photos of the brakes, so we're gonna go and look at the tires specifically. So we're starting back here. These are 2018s, so they're pretty new. Treads look pretty good. It's about 7 to 8 30-seconds of tread with no major issues. As we're under here in the back, spare tire is in place. A little bit of surface rust here and there, as is normal with the vehicle of this area. That looks like a little bit of paint just kind of coming off the rear differential there, and surface rust throughout. I see no major issues though. Everything looks pretty decent. No major rust problems up in here. You'll see more extensive photos that I took of the undercarriage. Rocker panels look good. All these inners, no major issues, just surfacey stuff throughout. A little bit of wetness that you'll see coming from the oil cooler lines, and the rest of it, I believe, was an undercoat for winterization, because there is just a general kind of wetness under here, and that's common in this area. Front tires, these are winter Bridgestone Blizzaks, by the way, and they are 2018s, and these front ones have about 9 to 10 30-seconds, so they are looking pretty good. Front suspension looks good with no signs of issue. Rotors look like they could probably use a change. We're going to see when we drive. Like I said, I can't take the wheels apart to see. Under here, all looks pretty decent as well. Said that general kind of wetness, which I believe to be an undercoating, because I do not see any specific major leaks. And under here, same story, all looks pretty decent, no major issues. This tire is a matching Blizzak, which is with a 2018 date and about 9 30-seconds of tread. And as we come under here, we see no major issues. Here's you can see valve covers, no leaks or anything like that. And under here looks pretty decent as well. Again, that generalized wetness from this area, but no major issues. As far as interior goes, it's pretty sparse, but in decent work truck condition with no real issues. Door panel looks okay, nothing broken or anything of that nature. However, this speaker does not work. We'll turn the ignition on and test all these, but everything seems to do as it should. Front seat looks good. Passenger seat, barely any use. All looks pretty decent. A couple of marks. All in all, everything looks pretty decent in here. Headliner looks okay. A couple of marks here and there, but again, nothing major. Door panel looks decent. Some dirt and stuff here and there, but no major issues. As we look at this seat, it does have a plastic cover on it, but there are some stains here and a little bit of a rip starting right there. And as we go up, it's not too bad, but just normal signs of wear from a work vehicle. Floors look decent, by the way, no major issues. Dash is good. We do have some wear on this armrest. And as we see, all this looks pretty decent with no real problems. We started up, it does fire up nicely and seems to run well. I was stated the car, it hasn't run in a while. It's been sitting for a bit and it does start right up. Air conditioning is working, heat's working, all these things are working. Radio does work, like I said. Let's go. However, only one speaker works. So they do not work. We're going to look under the hood. I'll shut it off real quick and take a look under the hood. Not much to see under there from a video perspective because it is a van, everything's set way back. But I see no major issues. Everything looks pretty decent. You'll see better photos, but belts, hoses, etc. all look good. Aside from the wetness throughout, which again I think is an undercoating to prevent rust. Trans oil all looks good. with no issues. The dipstick for the oil is actually on this side. We did analysis and we came back with a green light with no major issues. Battery is decent, sitting at just above 12 volts and charging at 14.6. A little bit of corrosion there, but no big deal. As we come over to this side, we tested our coolant and we're good there. We got about negative 30 degrees, and our humidity level on our brake fluid is at 2. So we have no major issues in any of those kind of places. We did an OBD diagnostics and we did see that there was a couple of past codes, immobilizer and battery codes, but they are no longer present. They are in the past, probably from a dead battery at some point. So we're going to take it on a quick test drive now and make sure it drives well. But as usual, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.